I got to start Wild Sex Story Wednesdays for my perfect pleasure. And I've got some wild sex stories to tell, or some little funny sex stories to tell. So I got like this sex story to tell that happened. It's kind of funny though, or whatever. So since it's Wild Sex Wednesdays, so so one time, me and my little boo or whatever. Thank you. So one time, me and my little boo or whatever, like we be with the shits or whatever. So he like, hey, when I come over there, I had that butt plug in or whatever. So I'm like, alright, okay, cool. It's whatever. So, but this time when he was coming over, I'm like, I said I was gonna surprise him. You know, I got the shower, smelling good, looking good, all that stuff. So I get out the shower. So when he come through the door, the butt plug could already be in and stuff. So I'm like, all right. So he come in or whatever, and so you know we just chilling. You know, he hugging up on me or whatever. He grabbing on my booty and all that stuff like that. And then I'm like, yeah, look. It's this butt plug. So we smoking weed. We getting high as fuck, like hella fucking high. So I'm like at this point where I'm like super duper fucking high. And so like we started you know, kissing. You know how people be kissing and stuff all together and on each other. And then so after we doing it, so after all of that, we started doing it or whatever. So we doing it. I still got the butt plug in, all that, because when you have a butt plug in, you gonna feel all the sensations and all that type of stuff, and it just makes like your orgasm way better or whatever. So as we doing it or whatever, and then after we got done, I'm still high as fuck, like super fucking high. So after we get done or whatever, I go to the bathroom. You know, you gotta go get your boo a little rag or something, you know, wipe your boo up and all of that. So I go do all of that and stuff. So I reach down and I'm like, I don't feel nothing. I don't feel no butt plug. I don't feel nothing. So I'm like, okay. It must have came. I'm like, okay, it must have came out, you know, while we was doing it or whatever. So I come back in the room. I'm like, what you do with that butt plug or whatever? And he like, it's still there. And I was like, no, it's not. I just went to the bathroom. Hey, Janae. Hey, pretty. So he like, what you do with that butt plug or whatever? And I'm like, what you do with that butt plug? He like, it's still there. I'm like, no, it's not. I just went in the bathroom to go check or whatever. So I'm like, quit fucking playing. So at this point, I'm super fucking high. Hi, Niecy Pooh. Hi, niece. So I'm stupid fucking high. So I'm like, nah, move them covers whatever. Because when we was doing it, thank you. I miss you too. You can come over anytime. Any fucking time. So now we pulling up the covers and shit, looking at stuff, and I'm high as fuck. Thank you. So I'm high as fuck or whatever, and I'm like, damn, where the fuck is this butt plug? So when I say butt plug, if you don't know what butt plug is, I mean like this. So it was something like this, but it was a little bit bigger or whatever. So I'm tearing up the covers and shit, and I'm looking down on the floor, and I'm like, I know you fucking lying. So high as fuck, I start to fucking panic and stuff. I'm up in this motherfucker hyperventilating. He was like, what you panicking for? I said, nigga, I just told you this shit wasn't in there anymore. And I said, where else could it be? He's so, well, I guess it's stuck in there. So I'm like, I know you fucking lying. So then I'm up in here hyperventilating. I'm like, oh my God. I got a butt plug stuck in my booty. I'm gonna have to go to the ER. And they gonna be looking at me like, what y'all nasty is? So I'm like, I'm gonna be on one of them TV shows where they like people that get weird shit stuck up in them and shit. So I'm like, nah, let's keep looking under these covers. Let's keep looking under these fucking sheets and stuff. So we moving pillows, we still tossing stuff. I'm literally starting to hyperventilating or whatever. And he rubbing me on my back like, baby, it's okay, it's okay, it's all right, it's all right. And I'm still up here like high as fuck. And I'm like, no. So then I bend down. I'm just finna bend down. I'm just finna bend down, squat over here, or whatever. So then he's like, you feel anything? I'm like, no, I don't feel nothing. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital. Y'all like, so then he all like, nah, chill out. So he finna start panicking or whatever. So then I said, let me just bend over one more time. He was like, you want me to help you? I'm like, I got it. So then I bend over one more time. I do the little squat, like you squatting down or whatever. So then this time I go a little bit further. This time I go a little bit further and I say, oh my God, it is in there. He like, I know you fucking lying. I'm like, dead ass. So I'm like, I need to, he like, I'm finna help you. I'm finna come get it. I'm finna come get it out for you. So I'm like, I got it. So like, I like grip. So it's like up in there. So I like grip my fingers around the thing and like, I pull it down. But the whole time I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel nothing. And he was like, and like after it came out, like his mouth was just wide open. Like he was like, yeah, nah, never again. I'm like, dog, what the fuck? Like I straight thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I thought that I was straight finna have to go to the hospital, get x-rays and shit. And then they was gonna be like, yeah, it's in there, because I ain't feel nothing. I was straight panicking like a motherfucker. So, yeah. So, I was like, I'm so like, dog, that's impossible. How could that happen? How could that happen? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not supposed to happen, because I wasn't feeling anything. But I think that was because beforehand, I used this stuff called anal ease or whatever, and the anal ease is like a numbing gel, so you can't really feel nothing for real. So like, but yeah, I will never ever fucking do that again. Like I'll put one on, but I'm never fucking with one on. Like, cause I think what happened was when we was doing it, like. And how you be clenching up, like either how your coochie on your body be clenching up and stuff. Like it just clenched it too tight. Or something. And it just sucked that motherfucker right up in there because I legit thought, and I thought I was going to have to go sit in the ER with you till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just like, dog, no. Yeah, so if y'all ever have one of these or whatever, don't have sex with it in there. Just wear it and let it be. Alright, don't ever have sex with that motherfucker in there, because I don't want y'all to end up like me. Oh God, I was straight in here panicking. Like, you know, when you high, like it don't make it no better, because at the same time I'm high and I'm panicking, but I joke a lot and I'm goofy and shit. So I'm just in here. It was funny at the same time, but at the same time, low key, I was having a heart attack. And I really thought that I was gonna be on TV, on one of them TV shows where, you know, people get weird shit stuck in them. So, but I thank God that was over. I think. Oh God, like don't ever do that. I don't recommend that shit. If you gonna do some shit with your booty hole, like just like use like a dildo or some shit. Don't be like me, y'all. That shit was wild. So, but that's my wild sex story for Wednesday, and I got some more to tell. So y'all keep tuning in.